Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I'm going to share with you how I'm making this beautiful dessert called Panna Cotta. Panna Cotta is an Italian dessert and it's very light and smooth and silky, and it just melts into your mouth if it's done the right way. So I have tried recipes that calls only for heavy whipping cream, and I've also tried the ones that heavy whipping cream and half, but I prefer the recipe with the heavy whipping cream and whole milk simply because it leaves a fairy taste in my mouth. So go ahead and try other recipes and decide what's best for you. So I've got some little sugar here, milk, and some unflavored gelatin. And the use of gelatin ratio here is very important because if you put too much, your panna cotta is gonna be too rubbery, and if it's too less, it's not gonna set. And you can use any kind of essence or extract to infuse your panna cotta. You can use vanilla, you can use almond, you can use lavender. I like to use cinnamon sometimes, cardamom, saffron, rose water, whatever you like. So, and then you're gonna top it up with any kind of fruit coulis or glaze or sauces, and that's what's gonna take your panna cotta to the next level. So I've got my milk mixture here with sugar, and you want to bring it to a boil, but you do not boil it. Okay, it's very important. And so I'm infusing mine with vanilla today, and after this I'm going to start working with my gelatin. So I've got my gelatin here and some little cold water, and I'm going to dissolve my gelatin and let it sit for about 5 minutes to bloom. It's going to thicken a bit, but once you put it into the warm milk mixture, it's going to dissolve rather. Okay, so after your milk has come to a boil, you want to make sure it's cooled for at least 5 minutes before you add your gelatin, because if the milk is too hot, it will kill the gelatin. Okay, so I'm putting my gelatin, and then I'm going to mix it through to make sure it's well combined. Okay, and also dissolve. There are no particles left behind. Okay, so I prefer to pour mine into a pitcher to use it for, to pour it into my containers. So I've got raspberry coulis here that has gelatin, and I want it to set before I pour my panna cotta, because otherwise it will melt. Okay, because my panna cotta is still a little warm. Okay, sorry. So I'm gonna pour some panna cotta mixture here, and then I'm gonna leave little space over on the top for me to add my other filling on the top. So you can do any kind of fruits that you like. I've already mentioned. Okay, and these will be in the fridge for about 6 to 8 hours. You want to keep them overnight, that's best. And so here I'm pouring my panna cotta over the raspberry, and you can use any kind of glasses. I love to use those tall glasses that make your dessert really look pretty. Okay, welcome again. So this is the morning after, not the morning after. And my panna cotta is set, and it's supposed to be jiggly like this because that shows that it's not rubbery. And so it looks very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to pour over another layer of raspberry coulis. Also has gelatin, so after this you're going to put it in the fridge again to let it set. But you can have it the way it is, but it's also nice. It's always advisable to serve your panna cotta when it's very, very nice and cold. So this is basically a summer dessert, but you can do it anytime. There's no harm to have a beautiful dessert any time of the year, I guess. And I'm gonna garnish this with some raspberries and a mint leaf to give it a little bit of color. I love colors. I always say that, and I don't have to prove any more to you guys. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of white chocolate shavings to give it an extra, that wow factor. You see, this is so pretty. I just love it. Okay, for my next glass, I have prepared some orange and cinnamon glaze that's gonna go in here. And your sauces or coulis, what's gonna give the the wow factor to your panna cotta. Okay, and I'm also going to add chocolate. I love orange and chocolate. I don't know, I just love it. I don't know how to explain that. And another raspberry to add a little color to my panna cotta. And there we go. You see how beautiful this looks? Nobody can believe you can make this at home. So go ahead and impress. Well, this is another batch of my panna cotta. This is basically coconut. I have used coconut milk and heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to put just a little here because I want to pour a layer of mango. So I'm going to let this set, and then once it has set, then I'm going to add the layer of mango puree. Okay, so I've got my mango puree that has been cooked with cinnamon and saffron, and this has gelatin too, and I'm going to put it in the fridge to set before I add another layer of panna cotta. Okay, so that has set for about 6 hours. So now I'm adding another layer. 2 hours. You can put it in the freezer for a quick setting, and then add your panna cotta. Oops, that's too messy. Add your panna cotta and then put it in the fridge. Okay, and if you want to add anything else, you are welcome to do it. It's your dessert. And I'm going to add mine with caramelized mangoes that have been cooked with cinnamon and saffron, and they are just so beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to set this up, and I'll get back to you. And for more recipes and details, please visit me at aromaofzanzibar.blogspot.com. Thank you.